Hi, welcome to another video. I'm the Autistic Artist and today we will talk about the topic of having labels. When I got my autism diagnosis, a lot of people told me that I shouldn't get labels and that they aren't good. And I also got people who said, yeah, why did you need to get this label? It seems to bother a lot of people, and I'm trying to understand. I do understand that there's a stigma about certain labels, especially with autism, that male child that isn't talking and isn't communicating, or if you're schizophrenic, that you are a monster or whatever. I know those misconceptions. I know these misconceptions. Hey. I know these misconceptions. I know these misconceptions are present, and I do understand that it is harder if you have that label. But first thing, you don't have to tell people about your label. And the second thing, is that it's important to show that these misconceptions aren't the truth. So here are my reasons for having a label. First thing, community. You are not alone anymore. You're not that strange thing that doesn't fit in. For me especially, I thought that I'm a special case of not able to be cured from my depression and anxiety and my problems, because nothing would work. And that's because... And since I know that I'm not alone and I found community, it's so helpful. We can help each other. I have made WhatsApp groups for like university where we can talk about problems and help each other. It's so amazing to have other people who feel the same and other people in different stages of dealing with that. So you can help others and remind yourself of things that you wouldn't say to yourself but say to others, to remind you that you should be kinder to yourself. Or people who are ahead of you, who can give you some tips and help you with stuff you are struggling with. With community I also mean like therapy groups. I love group therapy. It helps me because I'm not the only person talking to a therapist. There are others too, and we can share information, or they can translate for me if I am not able to communicate the problem I have. The second thing is help. As soon as I got the diagnosis, I realized that the way I was trying to heal myself, the way therapists tried to heal me, this was the wrong way, because I had a lot of fears and I tried to confront me with those problems. And the things I avoided in public because they were too much for me, and what I and the therapist thought is that I need to confront myself with those situations. But if you're autistic, then these situations are overwhelming to you because of the sensory input, and you need to lower the sensory input you get. So it's the completely opposite thing. I was able to turn my life around in a way that helped me with my problems, since I knew how to help. Since I knew how autistic problems are and the ways you can solve those problems, it made a huge difference for me. Some people think that I'm a completely different person. To some people I'm changed a lot because of that, and they think that I'm happier now, and I think so too. The third thing is support. Since I know my diagnosis, I was able to get support from the government. Not really financials, but I got a pass for my disability, disability pass, I think, maybe card, it's a card, I don't know. I can show that to people, and I can get help from university, for example, or at a concert I get a place where it's calmer and not as overloading, where there's not so much input, where people aren't super close to you, and where you can have an exit close to you so you can get out of this situation easily. This also made it possible for me to get an assistance dog, which is life-changing. It's just another tool that I can use and that helps me with official stuff in order to, because they have a proof now and they can help me better. And the last thing that the label helped me with is treatment. Treatment, of course, is different for different mental health problems. But autism can also come with comorbidities that are physical, like POTS, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. I got that diagnosis a few months ago, and it changed a lot again. It's a different label if you want to call it, but those things that I already told you about apply to this one as well. Knowing that I have a disease, knowing that I have a disability which also has a genetic component, changes a lot, because there are other genetic diseases that can be linked to autism and are pretty rare otherwise. So it's a way for doctors to look at zebra things instead of the horses that they are looking for most of the time. It's again a way to get help, like the cycle continues, and that's just amazing and really, really helpful. So in my opinion, labels should get rid of those misconceptions, but they are really helpful for people who actually have that label. I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun with the word misconceptions. And yeah, and hope I see you in the next video. Bye!